about 15 miles south of downtown Buffalo at Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Buffalo Bills. And we are underway in Buffalo. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll start this drive out on the ground. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field of the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress. Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. He's got a man complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Ready?
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He finds his man complete. It's Shepard. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. Defense gives up a touchdown on the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now. And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. Out to his left. This one into the hands of Pitts. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Another first down there as this one goes for 25. Back to throw here. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. The Bills at 2-6 now on the year. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here. And you just mentioned 2 straight. And when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. So problems with air and passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter. And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and you can't do it all on one throw. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. They'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. On third down, he'll drop to throw. The 20. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
This is where good coaching and execution come into play, because down this close, you absolutely don't want to turn it over. Good job keeping that in mind as he escaped, bought time, and decided throwing it away was his best option.
They'll run here on third and goal. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. Now the Chiefs bring on their field goal unit from the right hash, and this one just a chipping. And his kick is good. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
So after the made field goal, 10-0 here early as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned teams down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
19,
First carry now for Isaiah Spiller. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
$10-0 the score after one on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
19 tight, 18 right here.
2nd and 6. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Shepard. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Just a gain of a couple there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. They'll look to throw again. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Kyle Pitts, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills have got it back to within a score. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we've wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? Called a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Give them a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. Well, let's see what they do. They're knocking on the door here in the 2nd quarter.
And you know what you look at on your play sheet? Your 2-point conversion plays, because you've drawn up a number of them in today's football. You don't just have 1 or 2 for the game. You have more like 6 or 7. Which one do you like here? Because that's essentially what you're going for right now. That spot of the field, call one of those and go get 6.
No, they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. And this one is right through. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Ready?
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that...
And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. They're going to look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Here's the Chiefs punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taking it about the 16. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive may be a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Panther 11, Panther 11.
Now back to throw. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. A gain there of 21 yards.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
Warriors 17.
They'll send the tight end in motion left. They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
60, 18 Randall, 18 Randall, 19 Wyatt.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Shepard. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Back to throw again. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And oh, it'll be intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Jair Elam makes a pick, and he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick six.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Throwing left side here, and it's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Second and 4. Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
This time they stay on the ground. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. So we've reached halftime here in Orchard Park with the Bills taking the lead into the break. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. Fielded just outside the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And Charles, they got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys are lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They'll go right back to Spiller here on first down. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. On 2nd down, Spiller looking for space. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first. And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
He's going to air one out. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line.
Check. Mustang 19. 10 through 11. 10 through 11. Go.
They'll run here with Spiller. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Again, Spiller. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. A great effort there. Scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Bills take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 8. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. He's got a man complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. This is caught, and he'll be out of bounds. Sets him up nicely, 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense could get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll try to run this one in, and he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. His 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs have cut the lead back down to 2. So, partner, it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well, because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Alert! Alert!
On 1st and 10 is Spiller. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. He'll look to throw. That's down the field and caught by Pitts. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. And that one results in 35 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try the left side with Spiller. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Isaiah Spiller, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Bills are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes this a 9-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. 2nd and 12. They'll look to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. Brought down at the 20.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Jair Elam makes it quick, and the Bills are going to take possession here at their own 33. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise,
and turn it into positives moving forward.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good...
That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on first down. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Trap 60, trap 60, 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
He'll decide to keep this once more. And the Chiefs D closes in on him again, and they drop him behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's third down.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. 19 tight, 19 tight. Bronco switch, Bronco switch.
Back to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs are right back in this football game. Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the fourth.
And in the old days, not too long gone either, throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no. But the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. They'll set up a throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Out of the gun now on third down. Wide open receiver complete. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or 2 short, and it's fourth down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback. And the Bills are going to recover.
A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Let's go. Check pass. Check pass.
Now a handoff coming left to Spiller. Down inside the 40. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Come on. Right there.
They keep it on the ground with Spiller. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball.
Here we go.
Now on third down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs.
Ready.
It's a pickup of 13, and with that 13 yards, this ball game just about over. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Out of the gun, a give to Spiller. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle at the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
The tight end in motion right. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Let's go now. Go.
The Bills on their way to victory now as they take the knee. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to at least make it a 5-point cushion. And this one is no good. He missed it. And that will keep this a 2-point game. What a performance. All those points put on the board. And Charles, it wasn't just by the offense. The defense put some points on the board as well. They were solid today.
Yeah, it was a complete effort to secure the win, and both sides of the ball made big plays. But how demoralizing is it when the opposing defense can take one all the way back against you? And that was the case here. That really sparked them to victory.
So for the Bills, they inch closer to respectability now at 3-6 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Seattle Seahawks.